Hello everyone, my name is Falguni Patel and today I am going to teach you the first chapter of class 7. The name of the chapter is Three Questions. Here is a short introduction about the chapter. Once there was a king who thought that to be a successful ruler he must know the answer of three questions. He consults wise men, promising a large sum to anyone who could answer those questions, but their answers were too diverse and did not satisfy the king. So the king goes to a hermit in search of his answers. The rest of the story revolves around both of the three questions. The thought came to a certain king that he would never fail if he knew three things. These three things were: first, what is the right time to begin something? Second, which people should he listen to? And the third, what is the most important thing for him to do? Here there is a king, and he had these three questions in his mind, and he thought if he gets the answer of these three questions, then he would never fail. The king therefore sent messengers throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum of money to anyone who would answer these three questions. Now the king, what he did, he sent messengers. Messengers are the people who carry message of the king to the people. So he sent messengers in the kingdom, and he announced that whoever would answer these three questions, he would give them a large sum of money. Many wise men came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. Now many of them, these are the smart peoples, the intelligent peoples, many of them, they came to the king and they all tried to give their answers, but their answers were quite different. In reply to the first question, some said, King must prepare a timetable and then follow it strictly. Only in this way, they said, could he do everything at its proper time. Now, what few of them they suggested the king that he should make a timetable and then he should follow it strictly so that he could be able to complete all his work on proper time. Others said that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. The others were suggesting that how can we know the right time for doing things in advance and all that? So it is impossible. The king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pleasures, and always do whatever seemed necessary at that time. So now here again, few of them are suggesting the king that he has to keep a watch on what things are going around in the kingdom and around him, and he should avoid his foolish pleasures, and he should do whatever things are necessary to do at that time. Yet others said that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at the proper time. Now, your council is a group of people chosen to give advice or to make rules. So now few of them are suggesting that he should make a council so that they can help him, they can suggest him what things should be done on proper time. And this was because one man would find it difficult to decide correctly without help from others, the right time for every action. And he should do this because a single man, it would be impossible for one man to decide the correct time for doing every action without the help of others. But then others said that there were some things which could be urgent. These things would not wait for the decisions of the council. Now, a few of them are saying that there are few things that come urgently. On urgent basis, we have to take some decisions, and we cannot wait for the council's decisions. So, in order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future, and only magicians could do that. The king, therefore, would have to go to the magicians. So now here again, the people are saying that to decide the right time, the king will have to look into the future. And to look into the future, only the magicians could do that. So the king will, therefore, they will have to go to the magicians and take the help of them. Now, what was the second question? The second question was, which people should he listen to? So now for that, they said, in their answer to the second question, some said that the people most necessary to the king were his counselors. So the people are suggesting that counselors are the most necessary people to the king. Counselors are the members of the council, so the king should listen to them. Then others said the priest, he should listen to them. Few of them chose the doctors, the king should listen to the doctors, and few of them said that the soldiers were the most necessary to the king. To the third question. Now, the third question, what was that? The third question is, what is the most important thing for him to do? So, for that, to the third question, some said science, others chose fighting, and yet others religious worship. Now, here again, all of them are suggesting that what should be most important to the king. So, they are saying that science should be more important to him, fighting for a king should be more important, and others are suggesting that religious worship should be very important part for a king. As the answer to his questions were so different, the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. Now, the answers he was getting for all his three questions were so different that he was not satisfied at all. So, he did not reward anybody. So, now what he decided, instead, he's thought of seeking the advice of a hermit. Hermit is a person who lives alone and leads a simple life. So, they are well known for their wisdom, for their knowledge. So the king thought, let me go and take advice from him. The hermit lived in a wood which he never left. Wood is a small forest where they live. He saw no one but simple people, and so the king put on ordinary clothes, but he reached the hermit's hut. Before he reached the hermit's hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone. Now, here, that hermit, he lived in the forest and he had never seen any royal people or anybody around him. He had only seen simple people around him. So, the king thought that let him also get dressed like an ordinary people. So, he put on ordinary clothes and he went over there to meet him. And before he reached the hermit hut, what he did, he kept his horse far away. He even left his bodyguards and he went alone. As the king came near to the hermit's hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground in front of his hut. He greeted the king and continued digging and continued digging. So when the king he reached near the hut, what did he see? He saw that the hermit is sorry, he saw that the hermit was digging the ground, and he saw the king coming near, so he wished him and greeted him, and then he again started doing his work. The hermit was old and weak, and as he worked, he breathed heavily. So now here that hermit is very old in age and he's very weak. So as he's doing his work, he's breathing very fast. The king went up to the hermit and said, I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer 3 questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? What are the people I need most? And what affairs are the most important? The hermit listened to the king but did not speak. Now the king he asked the hermit that I have come to you and I want to know the answer of these 3 questions. So the hermit just listened to the king, but he did not say a single word. He went on digging. You are tired, said the king. Let me take the spade and work in your place. The king said, I think you are tired, so now give me the spade and I will dig the ground. Thanks, said the hermit, giving the king his spade. Then he sat down on the ground. So the hermit said, okay, thank you. And then he gave the spade to the king and he did the digging work. When the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his questions. Now, after digging the 2 beds, beds are the small patches of ground for the plants. So the king he dug 2 patches and then he again repeated his questions. The hermit gave no answer, but stood up, stretching out his hands for the spade, and said, Now you rest and let me work. Again, the hermit he just heard, but he did not answer his questions. He simply stood up from the ground and then he stretched his hands and he stretched his hands for the spade and said, okay, you must be tired now, so you sit, rest, and let me do the work. But the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. The king did not give it back to him and he continued digging the ground. 1 hour passed, then another. The sun went down behind the trees, and at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and said, I came to you, wise man, for an answer to my question. If you can give me no answer, tell me so, and I will return home. Now after 1 hour again, when 1 hour had passed, then another one, the hours kept passing by, the sun went down, and then finally the king just stuck the spade into the ground, and then he said that, wise man, I came to you for my questions. I want answer for my questions, and if you cannot give me the answers, just tell me so that I will return home. Here comes someone running, said the hermit. So this is the end of the part 1 of the story, and we will continue with the part 2 of the story in the next video. Keep watching.